Let us now study about terrestrial telescope. There is also an astronomical telescope, and the basic difference between a refracting telescope and a terrestrial telescope is it produces erected images, or you can say the magnification produced by a terrestrial telescope is positive. Let's understand how it is done. In case of a refracting telescope, when light rays are incident from distant object onto the objective lens, it produces an image. Say this image is I1 located at some distance which is equal to the focal length of objective, and in this situation, in case of a refracting telescope, this image I1 acts as an intermediate image and act as an object for the eyepiece lens. Here, in case of a terrestrial telescope, from this point, a specific convex lens is placed at a distance 2f1, where f1 is the focal length of the intermediate convex lens. If an object is placed at a distance 2f1 from a lens having focal length f1, we know well that it produces an image exactly at a distance 2f1 from the lens on the other side, and this image will be inverted with respect to the object. So here we can say whichever light rays are originated from this first image will be used to produce the second image through the intermediate lens f1, which is erected. Now from this, if at a distance of Fe, we place our eyepiece lens, then in this situation, as the image I2 is located at a distance of focal length from this eyepiece lens having focal length Fe, then here we can see the final image will be produced at infinite separation. So when observer will have a look into the eyepiece, then he will see the erected image, as the image will be produced at infinity or at the far point of the eye. Now similar to this Fe, here we can take it UE also if we wish to obtain the final image at the near point of eyepiece or near point of eye, which we already discussed in case of refracting telescope. So here we can find for final image at the near point, the magnifying power of this telescope we can write as FO by FE multiplied by 1 plus FE by D. Directly I have taken this result from the refracting telescope. The only difference is here the magnifying power is positive, rather it is negative, because the intermediate lens is inverting the image with respect to the first image, or this lens we call erecting lens, which is responsible for final image to be erected. Similarly, here we can write for final image at far point, if we wish to calculate the magnifying power, it can directly be given as FO by FE and it will be positive again. And here in case of terrestrial telescope, if we calculate the tube length, here you can see the value of tube length L can be written as this FO plus 4F1 plus FE. In case of a final image at infinity, or if final image is produced at near point, then rather than Fe we can use the term UE, which we already discussed.